Listen, you have to stop caring what people think about you because it doesn't matter. You need to be worried about what do they actually know about you. They can say whatever they want. At the end of the day, do they even have a relationship with you? Keisha, Quan, Tony, Lavette, Jordan, Michelle, they don't know you. So who cares? Who cares? I used to get so pissed when people would just make these assumptions about me. I could not stand it. And at one point, it really made me shrink. Like, I really, literally, especially in high school, y'all. That is when the full on, she's stuck up, she thinks she's all that, she's bougie, started really becoming a narrative in my life, right? So, mind y'all, I've always been like a tomboy and I have brothers. I have been a tomboy. I played video games. I used to always be wrestling and play fighting and Power Rangers and Pokemon and all that stuff. The Pokemon or Pokemon? You know what I mean? Anime. Like, I still watch anime. Like, I was not a super like whatever and keeping up with all the Kardashians and all. I didn't care about none of that. Okay. So anyway, I remember when I was in high school, right? So here I am. I'm, la 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 la. I'm doing my. This is typing, but anyway, I'm doing my schoolwork like I'm supposed to do. And then I overhear this girl. She's whispering with another girl. She's like, something about she's stuck up, right? And I know they're talking about me. I can't fully remember how I got to that awareness, but when people do like little, women have gotten really crafty with like little passive things they do, right? So anyway, she makes that comment. Now, mind y'all, I'm not into all that fighting and going back and forth and arguing, especially if you don't come at me directly. You I don't do the mind games. I'm more like stand on it. And so I'm clear anyway. I don't like confusion. So anyway, so I don't say anything. I act like I didn't even hear her. And class went on. I don't think anything else really even came from that. But then I hear a little later on, she got beat up. That same girl that made the comment got into a fight, got beat up in the hallway by this girl that was much bigger than her. And they said she was screaming. I can't remember if they said she peed on herself or not, but I know they said she was screaming, you know. And that kind of reminds me of the other video that I dropped about God avenging you. At that time, I didn't realize, God had always been there, but He always finds a way to kind of show me when someone who's hurt me, He shows a way to, He just shows me something that's bad, something that's not going well for them. Like, you know what I mean? And along with not caring about what they think about you or even say about you, not just on the fact that they don't have a relationship with you, a lot of times you need to look at what does their life look like? What, like, you're telling me I'm stuck. You're saying on the slide I'm stuck up, but you're getting stomped on. You're saying I'm stuck up, but you're stuck on the floor. Like, no disrespect, but I mean, so you even need to look at that. Like, what is going on in your audacity? Maybe you need to be, if I'm so stuck up, maybe you need to take my hand. Take my hand, sister. So, it, do not let these people get you discouraged. I don't care what they say about you. I don't care if they say, you're too skinny. I've heard that when I was young too. So look at you. You're overweight. I mean, and see, and I don't say that, but you get what I'm saying? Like, I hear them say that to me. And at that time, I didn't think to say, I really don't like that you called me skinny. I don't like that. But you know what? Sometimes they won't even receive it anyway. And then you look at them now and they're not skinny. Okay? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They might say, "Ooh, you ain't never got no money. you this and that. They're ignorant. Because one thing for sure is that they're just throwing things out. They don't have fact. They're being ignorant. Let them be ignorant. Let them make their assumptions. Let them believe what they want to believe. But don't do like I did and let them shrink me down. When I was in high school, I remember this movie called um, Love Don't Cost a Thing with Nick Cannon and Christina Milian. And I remember I got my hair just like her with the little ringlet curls. And I had, at that time, we had like gotcho pants. I had little, I want to say like beaded purse or whatever. I was fly. I had some damn, I looked fly. I ain't gonna lie to you. I looked fly. And, I was happy, but I never went in like on some, I'm better than them and don't look at me. I didn't have that hate in my heart. I didn't have that. I was happy. I felt I looked good. So, anywho, I was dressing up in high school, but over the years, I didn't realize those things were wearing me down. I was hearing stuff about girls saying they don't like me. I didn't even know their name. I didn't even know their name, y'all. And over time, I think it just made me just I didn't feel safe. Like I didn't feel safe to be myself. I felt like it put more enemies on me. Like it put more targets on me. And I hated that, especially because I feel like I'm a very loving person. I feel like I'm a very protective person. Like I'll get like if I love you, I'm a really, really like loyalty hard down. But it really it just took me down, y'all. It took me down where I just could not be myself. I had to really work to get myself back to putting in effort in myself. You know what I mean? Even in my looks. And being I have to there are days when when I know I'm going to an event with a group of people, I have had to go in the bathroom and be like, "Hey, you can look nice. You can put on your makeup. You can look good." And I'll tell you right now, I have still to this day, and I'm not going to speak on who did it, but I'm still to this day hearing little comments about how a person should show up based on my appearance. It's frustrating because it's like, what do I have to do with you? Where are you getting this information? Error, that is incorrect. But anywho, I'm ranting, but do not be discouraged. Do not let someone make you feel like you are doing something wrong based off an assumption. Let them be ignorant. Let them hold on, y'all. Anywho, sorry. Sorry, I got a little distracted. I seen a looked like a cop car passing by. We have a constable apartment, but I was like, who is that? But anywho, don't let that discourage you. Don't let people discourage you. Don't let someone take you down. Pop your stuff, as people say. You want to wear red lipstick? Put that red lipstick on. If not that day, cool. Do something. Treat yourself. If it's not about lipstick, if it's about clothes, if it's about your intelligence, people will take you down on anything that makes them feel slightly insecure to me. Like if you're too, yeah, you talk about God, they too spiritual. That means you're intimidated a little bit, and that's okay to acknowledge. You know what I'm saying? I have been intimidated by a holier person, a person I perceive as holier than me, like more in tune with their Bible. It can be intimidating, but then intimidating and insecurity and jealous and envy, you gotta get that straightened out. um but anyway, that's all I really have for y'all. If you stayed this long, if you stayed, that was kind of gross. Sorry. If you stayed this long, thanks for watching. Definitely trying to get the edits up, practicing editing and even kind of trying to post more. Still, like I said, navigating it, figuring it out. But again, you've been here this long, you still subscribe, you still kicking it with your girl. Thanks for being here, and I will catch y'all in the next video.